on this Automa event, and on my topic would be how to increase mobile field service management, reduce costs and companies' carbon footprint. Okay, so maybe we can start a little bit with myself. I would be happy to introduce myself. I'm responsible for communication directly with clients, learning their processes and discussing their pain points and how we can improve them with the Resco technology. So we are focusing on mobile enterprise processes. I would be happy to list some facts about our company, about Resco, for those of you who don't know us yet. So we have been working on mobile software solutions, a mobile application for more than 22 years. And during these times, we started a cooperation with more than 2,500 customers. We actually have more than 250,000 of users using a Resco mobile application in their tablets, in their mobile phone, every day for their operation. We have two offices. Our main headquarters is in Bratislava, in Slovakia, so we can basically cover full Europe time zone. And also we have a next branch and office in Boston, in Massachusetts, to cover Americans' time zone. And you are probably guessing who are the actual clients, whose mobile workers or mobile field workers are actually users of our solution. So since we are focusing on gas and oil, energy, utilities, renewable energy, and energy in general, I can mention some names like MHR, Vestas, Gasum, Maxol, Isarbands, and many more. But more specifically, I would be happy to tell you a case study with two of them. I would be happy to start with Maxol. So I would be happy to tell you the story between Resco and Maxol and how they enabled a mobile field service management tool in their company. The company Maxol, with almost 100 years experience in the retail fuel environment, Maxol is one of the leading fur coat and convenience providers on the island, with over 237 service stations. And during the years of the operation, they were aware of the ever increasing importance of mobile technology in connecting their geographically diverse businesses. And as a part of Maxol continuous quality assurance and improvement program, Maxol carries out site inspection reviews at their service stations throughout the year. This is managed by field area managers, and to ensure high standards and customer satisfaction, company felt the need to get opinions from more diverse population of inspectors. So they decided to engage their mystery motorist suppliers, so mystery shoppers. They needed a solution that they can facilitate lead to account, appointment tracking, sales update, site inspection, and to have their digital questionnaires on the go. Other system that they didn't offer offline regime. So Maxol needed a solution with a strong, reliable 100% offline functionality. They also required to handle their own custom entities, fields, and have various features in the application. So besides of that, they needed also automated reports that included different range of questions, various whitening, and scoring options. And maybe you are probably guessing what are the outcome or what would be the results. And the results were obvious. So all operation and data collection was happening on site. When the mobile device was synchronized, all the data across the organization were updated in real time on the cloud. So all data in one system, no need to go to Excel, Gmail, calls, or to Messenger, to gallery with some pictures, or to navigate with your Google Maps. So all of these mentioned allow to make company decision making faster and increase the productivity across the whole organization. Okay, so this was basically the first case study. I would be happy to continue with the company MHI. So let's now take a closer look at everyday use of our solution of one of our biggest clients in the energy sector. It's MHI Vestas. It's an important player in renewable energy industry with over 3,000 employees. So, as you probably all know, MHI Vestas designs, constructs, and maintains windmills across Europe, Asia Pacific, and the USA. And many of them are technicians handling general inspection and maintenance of the turbines. As you can imagine, checking and repairing a turbine blade is physically very challenging job. And there is no space for using laptops or filling some paper form when you are literally up in the sky or you are hanging on the rope. So MHI was already using the Dynamics 365 backend, but they needed a more flexible mobile solution for their staff in the field. So we at Resco did just that. We integrated their CRM with our fully customized mobile platform that would connect their technicians with the back office in real time using a mobile application. The whole staff has now non-stop access to all required documents and essential information, wherever they are. And everything MHI technicians need in the field is a mobile phone or the tablet. And the best part that might interest you is the time. So the time to implement and costs. So take a guess how long it took to MHI to implement mobile projects. In the case of MHI, it is usually just a few weeks. The fastest project took only 14 days from the first workshop until going live, releasing completely new functionality in the application. And the nice bonus at the end is they saved 90% of allocated budget. So I guess these two case studies gave you some overview how our solution is actually helping these companies. And right now, I would be happy to little bit introduce you the solution, Resco Field Service and maintenance management tool that enable companies not only from gas and oil, but as I mentioned, also from the industries like utilities, energy, and renewable energy to engage and also work across different departments. So you're probably asking who are the actual users of this solution. So I would be happy to start with the customers because usually every company that they have some field workers or some inspectors, technicians, guys that do maintenance, operations, some controllers. They provide some services for the customers. Customers, they have some demand, they have some requirements, and they are sending this kind of requirements via email, via phone, or via our solution, via customer portal, directly to the service company, service management company. Then another personas in our solution are managers. So managers want to have a nice overview during the whole day, real-time data, what is happening in the field, what is happening across different departments, where they are their employees, and what is the performance of these field workers. Also, managers are usually handling agreements with the customers, some maintenance plans, and whether everything is going smoothly. The dispatchers are basically the personas that they are managing field work. So it's a back office position that are helping field workers to be everywhere where is needed, so they can schedule their agenda during the day, or on a monthly basis, or on a weekly basis. And of course, the most important thing, and the most majority of our solution are the users, basically field workers. So we wanted to empower them with the best solution in their hands. So they have a mobile tablet, they have a mobile device, and they are fully equipped with the solution that can provide full collection of the data on the go, whether there is activity like installation, inspection, operation, maintenance, some specific services, and many more. Okay, and of course, I would be happy to share just some examples, the other examples where is the usage of the solution, like field service. So it can be asset maintenance, work orders, permits, different kind of inspections, different kind of health and safety procedures, and some specific ad hoc operations as well. When it comes to the systems, we support full systems. So the system is running on Android, Windows, iOS. And when it comes to the devices, we support, of course, mobile phones, tablets, desktop, and smartwatches. This was basically the short introduction and some examples of the usage of our solution. But right now, I would be happy to provide you just a 3 minutes video of our solution, so you can even imagine how this solution look like. So please turn on the video. Please play the video. Okay, so right now you would see the desktop application, so back office application, for example, for all work order management. So even the manager or dispatcher, they can have access into the system, and they can easily create work orders in the system, and they can schedule it later for the service technicians. Maintenance scheduling is basically the activity for dispatchers, so they can see all these resources in the company. So they see technicians on the left side, and of course they see on the top bar menu the work orders, so they can schedule it with the drag and drop. Of course, you can see even some job templates. Each job template includes different kind of tasks. We work even with time off, so you can even see some sick leave. We can work with skills, so even your service technician can have some. We also provide asset tree, so even your company can see what kind of assets customers have. When it comes to incidents, as I mentioned at the beginning, customers basically send the incidents, and these incidents can be transferred to work order immediately in the system, and then later scheduled to the service technician. So the company can have an overview of the work order as well. You are probably asking about the data. So we provide graphs, so even the managers, they can have some overview. Everything is customizable, so you can see the graphs as well. So you have seen some example of our solution. Right now we switch to the mobile tablet. So right now we see field worker interface, so exactly what he needs to see, and even we can see some details about the work order. So he can click on travel, arrived, and work with the data in the work order. When it comes to your database, everything is in the system. So the technician is empowered with full information. He doesn't need to go to the Excel sheet and find some customer details. They can even see the details on the map and many more. As I mentioned about different questionnaires or digital checklists, our solution provides full tools how you can create your own digital checklist. So every company, they can have a specific procedures with our solution, you can create your own exactly how you are used to. You can even work with photos, some QR codes, images, and many more. As I mentioned, we usually connect this solution with the customers. So we provide customer portal, so you can communicate with your customers, with your contractors, and you can receive some messages, incidents, and some requirements directly in this system. Thank you. And right now, I would be happy to hear your questions and from the audience. And I'm curious about what is your opinion and whether you have some questions.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It was very clear and well illustrated and on time. So that's the perfect match. If I may start, I have a question quite related to the overall strategy of implementation of your solutions. We know that very often the bottleneck when you develop digital solutions for many type of users is that that acceptance, that adoption by the people. How do you support the implementation of the solutions you develop?
Basically, the implementation is done by our partners. So we, as a Resco, we are a software provider. So the same like Microsoft or Salesforce. And to be able to support every customer worldwide and in every state, we have local partners in almost every state. And they know the industry, they know the customers, and they can even meet the customer in person, and they can speak the local language. So basically, the implementation is done by our Resco certified IT implementation partners with a lot of expertise and knowledge.
Okay, very smart indeed, and it's very good to have somebody that is speaking the same language, because very often it can be a barrier as well.
Exactly.
Another question related to that. We know that some clients will want a very on-the-shelf technology, something they can implement directly and that has been proven. Some other will prefer something not packaged, but more tailor-made, where they will participate to the construction. How do you deal with that?
This is actually a good question, because when we speak with the customers, some of them, they have already some systems that cover some of the processes, and they need some specific module. For example, when we are talking with some companies that are managing long pipelines, gas pipelines, they are missing some kind of solution or some specific solution only for inspections. So they need some kind of digital questionnaires, and they would like to tailor them for their processes. So they have some procedures in the company, but they are still using paper forms, or the system that they are using is not integrated in their current with their current system in the company. So to have a specific module or to have only some specific functionality is also possible to have with our solution.
Okay, so I think it answered partially to the question of Mr. Costin Marin that asked in the chat, what type of database does the solution use? Is it proprietary or something like MS SQL and things like that? And can the customer manage it using internal knowledge? So as you said, yes, but maybe what type of database does the solution use?
Yeah, sure. So if customers has some database, this can be export and import into our database, for example, with the CSV format or even Excel format. So it's a good question when customers usually have some data already, or they have some spare parts, some assets. They are asking how to convert all data into our system. So it is also possible with the CS format, for example.
Okay. So it's quite flexible. It means we can.
Of course, it's really flexible.
Okay. You mentioned the duration of like kind of your best case studies where the implementation has been done in 2 weeks. What's the average duration a company will it will take for a company to develop a tailor-made solutions and implement it?
Yeah, this is also the question that customers are often asking. So it depends, of course. It depends on the project. It depends on the size of the company, size of the scope of the project, but and also usually depends on how many people will work on the project. But to start with the first pilot, it can be from 2 weeks to 1 month. But to implement the full solution, it can be around 3 months, I would say.
Okay.
But maybe one information I would add, since our solution also work as a platform, it's almost on a 80% ready, and the rest, the last customization would be required on customers' requirements. So we have to match with the requirements and then customize the rest, let's say 20% of the solution.
Okay. I don't know if the other panelists or the participants have any other question. I guess we can take one last question. Okay, one last. What's the usual size of the company that can start to use your solutions? Is it more because we imagine that startups and small companies will try to manage by themselves? Maybe your clients are more large companies. What's the typical profile of your clients?
Exactly. Small companies still use some third-party solution or some solution that are for free. But we see that the companies that they have more than 30, 40, 50 employees in the field are already in need to look on a solution like that. So we are starting somewhere from 30, 40, 50 mobile workers, field workers, to up to 1,000, 2,000 employees in the field. So it varies. We can cover different kind of size of the company.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for the presentation and the answer to the additional questions. We will move to the second presentation.